Colleagues, there is a better way. But the consequences of this bill are layoffs, lost hours, and rising costs for all of our neighbors. And this isn't hypothetical. There will be real impacts on real people from this bill. Trust is a very important thing, and it's a very important thing in every relationship. And what we're doing with this bill by allowing emergency clause to be put on it is we are shutting out the voice of the people who elected us into this office. As Representative Kennemer stated, in this state it has a rich history of letting the people have their say at the ballot. The very people that we're trying to help, we hurt. We make it hard, and they become helpless. And we take away their hope because they have no recourse. This week, I had 2 phone calls on Tuesday night from constituents in Cove. The first one was a friend of mine who owns the large pharmacy in LeGrand. And he said, "Greg, is this bill going to pass?" And I said, "Yes, I think it will." And he said, "Okay, then I have to change the way I do business." He said, "Is it going to increase for the next 6 years?" I said, "It is." He said, "Okay, thank you. What can we do?" And I said, "I don't know." I had another phone call that very night, another person from Cove, and they had just got together with some other business people in LeGrand. They had purchased a building, the old ale house that had gone out of business, and they were going to open a restaurant. He said, "Greg, is this bill going to pass?" I said, "I think it will." He said, "Okay, then we have to reconsider whether we open this business or not." You know, these are the effects that this is having on the people. What are our recourse? What's their recourse? What can they do? We have a moral responsibility to the people. And if this proposed minimum wage becomes a barrier wage and starts to do damage to our economy and starts to do damage to the business and starts to hurt the very people that it was intended to help, what's the recourse? The reason this state is in the condition it's in is because of things that are decided in this building. The reason our schools are in the condition that they're in is because of what's decided in this building. The reason we have a public retirement account that's running out of control is because of the things that are decided in this building.
Representative, stay germane to the motion if you can. This is the motion to substitute for emergency clause.
We seem to want to fix everything artificially by systematically placing Band-Aids on compound fractures. And that's what we're doing with this building, or with this bill. We have lost the trust of the people, and now we cheat them out of their voice. Every decision that we make in this building has benefits or consequences. If a business makes a bad decision, they suffer the consequences. If bureaucrats make wrong decisions in this building, the people suffer the consequences. John Wayne made a famous quote one time. He said, "Life is hard, and if you're stupid, it's twice as hard." And I am not trying to impugn anyone on this. I'm just mentioning a quote. We don't have to make it harder on the people of Oregon because of the decisions that we make in this building. The joke goes, you know what happens when you play country music backwards? You get your wife back, you get your dog back, you get sober. If we played the Oregon legislature backward, we might get our education back, our good paying middle wage jobs back, our roads back, and our moral compass back. And perhaps most importantly, we would even get the trust of Oregonians back. What we're doing today by leaving an emergency clause on this bill is we continue to erode that trust between us and the people. Thank you, Madam Speaker.